All right, this is the final episode on saving Ophelia. This is kind of a summary of everything we've done to try and get her running. I'll start, so I don't forget anything, I'll go from top to bottom. She had a frozen cable, and so I put a new one on there. I don't always do that, but I like this mower, so I'm treating her right. That's a brand new cable. The rewinder was a little bit sticky, and I think I've repaired that with some WD-40. This thing had sat out in the weather for quite a bit and just had a bunch of gunk collect on it. So the next thing, just like I said, going from top to bottom, the flywheel key was bumped, so it wasn't sheared, but it had taken a really hard hit and bent the blade so badly that a lot of that shock travels up to the flywheel key and the crankshaft. So I had to flip the flywheel key over. I sometimes do that if they're not too damaged, and they work fine. But if they're sheared, obviously you've got to replace them. Again, the thing was hit hard and so bad that the blade had to be discarded, and it bent the crankshaft. So I had to straighten the crankshaft with the big hammer, and so we did a video on that. And I was suspicious of the coil, so I replaced the coil. I was suspicious of the spark plug, so I replaced the spark plug. But I think those were fine. But the main thing is I did have to replace the carburetor with another one. What happens with these is these little jets, if they sit around a long time, get plugged. As you can see, that one there's no light coming through that at all. So it was not getting sufficient fuel. So it has it's not a new carburetor, it's a replacement. And it had frozen wheel adjusters in the back, so those are now cleaned and lubricated. I did put the little loop on there that holds the cable in the correct position so it doesn't get on this side and rub up against the wheel. I'm trying to think what else I did on this thing. It was a lot. I mean, just about everything that can go wrong did go wrong with this mower. Bad cables, frozen wheels, bent crankshaft, sheared flywheel key, not sheared, but bent, so that it's to the point that it needed to be replaced. I put a new blade adapter on this thing, so the blade now rides a little bit lower in the deck. You can see that brand new adapter there. So let's take this thing out back and see how she does. I'm thinking she's gonna run fine based on all the work I've done on her. So let's go find out. I'm gonna take her around the back here. So I don't forget, I'm gonna go ahead and put the clamp on the engine brake so it's held down. It was low on oil, so I topped it off, being careful not to overfill it. As I said earlier, I like this style of mower. I like the big deck on it. I like the 22-inch cut. I like the big wheels in the back. It's you're not pushing a lot of extra weight with this mower. It still has the little ankle guard, which is in good condition. The rewinder was pretty nasty, so I had to squirt a lot of WD-40 in there to get it where it would retract. So I'm going to push the power bulb here 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And let's pull the cord and see what Ophelia sounds like. Anyway, that is a very good running mower now. Because I straightened the crankshaft on it, it doesn't vibrate. It started with 3 squirts and ran smooth and steady. That's about as good as it gets. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the series of videos on this mower, because we did just about everything to her. I'm sorry I didn't get to show you the installation of the carburetor. It was late last night. I had to figure out why it wouldn't stay running, and as usual it ends up being a fuel problem. So just remember, those little jets get clogged up and you have to either clean them out or change out that cartridge. But now it's getting all the fuel it needs and runs really smooth. Okay. Please subscribe. Let your friends know about my series of videos on repairing these push mowers. I have a lot of fun with it and love sharing the fun with you guys. The next one will be the letter P. Stay tuned.